If you want to use this class as an object constants, then you can say something const equals new constants. Yes.
Brijesh, could you start from the beginning, please, so that I can it will record everything.
Okay, let's start from beginning. So today we will discuss how to store memory in an object. So we have been calling a class as an object, yes. So today we will repeat the same thing. In this class, what I will do, I will create a class named my test object. In this class, I will create a method my show. Yes, my show is a void method, does not return anything. So public void my show is a method does not return anything because it has a void. In this method, I have one print statement. Now I will create another class. In the another class, I will create an object of this class, my show class. So I created this class called calling object. In this calling object, I have created a class. In order to create an object of a class, we need to use new keyword. Yes, use new keyword for an object. So if you create like this, my test object, which is the class name, and I have defined as variable my object that ends, and I say my object dot my, so it will throw compile time error, a compile time error. So how can you declare it? When you need to initialize any object, you need to say, as I said, use new keyword. So new my test object. This is the syntax. And if you do this, you can see the error will go. Yes, error has gone. Now if you execute this class, it will print my performance test from this class. See, this is the statement I gave in a different class and I am printing in here. As for example, I want to create object of this constant class. Yes, then what I say, constants, it was a spelling error there. Yes, equals new constants. Now what you do, you can say constant, which is a variable, dot whatever you have given, you can call it. Yes, so if you go to the constant class which is open in here, so you say you have my city, my place of birth, India, everything is there. Yes, so dot my city, then what you do, put like this. Why? It is directly an object, so you can directly not call, you need to call a method from there, but there is no method and that's why it will throw an error. Yes, but these are the objects you have to create. So if you see in here, it was syntax error, instead declare, yeah, complete local variable declaration. So this you need to complete it with the method name. Yes, my so as for example, I hope I have a method in here. Okay, see, this is there. Yes, public my dog. So I can call this my dog. What happened? Yes. How can I call my dog in here? You create an object of my dog equal to new my, yes. Then you say, let's make it something d d dot, what is the method name? My dog. Yes. This is a method, and this is a class name. Class name was also same. But my dog, it's not coming, it is coming directly method. So you can create public void that method, and then you will be able to generate it. Yes, but this is the syntax of creating an object. Any question? uh, Final variable. uh, I'm creating a proper, looking for a class which have a method instead of main method. For each loop you can do anything. Okay, this is a constructor and that's why it is throwing an error. Okay, so yes, no, my show is there.
We are calling a methods, right?
Yes, but method is
So
not there. No. Hmm.
if we call the main method, will it
Yes.
work?
No, main method is execution, public static void main. So if you want to call it, I have opened so many classes. Yes, here. So see D dot, does it say main option? Yes, but now in that you need to pass the arguments, and it won't work like this properly. So execute it, it will have some print statement, so it will print. Yes,
Yeah.
so you can call any method, but normally the main method is for the execution. So uh, you will have a special class, but whenever there is a main method class, you are executing the specific class. That's it. Any other question?
No.
Okay, let's go to the next topic. Okay, the next way, there are different ways of creating an object. Okay, we can use some different ways of creating an object. And let's do is yes. So one way, how do you do it? The one way, which is I have showed you just now.
Yeah. Calling object, class
Yes,
name, object name.
yes. So let's create, yes, one, exactly the same thing. Class name, creating objects. Yes. So let's discuss all the ways of creating objects. So I have a class here creating objects. In this, I have a main method. In the main method, I am going to declare a string, my name, Brijesh. Yes, this is a string. In this string, this is my class name. So I want to create an object of this class. Oh God, Control C. So what you do, you use a class name. Then for that, you can have a variable. So you can say anything. Yes, it's a variable, so anything you can. Then you need to use a new keyword. So here you have used new keyword, and again you use the class name, and then small bracket on and off, open and close it. Yes, this is the way you are creating an object. How do you call it? Then you say my object dot. In this there is a variable, that what is the variable?
Object name.
My name. Yes, so you can call it my object dot my name. Now what happens with this one? You want to print it. string my name, you have designed it in here, yes, and that should come outside, that's why it is throwing an error. Yes, so this is the thing. Now it will not throw an error. So let's print it out. Sys out and then ln in the bracket you put it. So this way you will be able to print what is there inside. Yes.
Yeah.
So this is one way of creating an object of a class. There is another way. The another way is creating an instance. So how do you do that? This looks similar. But what you do, you create a class name and then again you call it. Yes. If you print this one, what it will print? It will print Brijesh. So this is how you verify it is correct or no. Yes.
Yeah.
This way is little bit complex, difficult, but normally I use this one and everybody use it. So you have a main method. In main method, let's create a try block statement. You need to use it. If it throws an error, you can catch it. So you can say class my class, yes, equals class dot for name. Can you see for name? What is the name of the class? Creating objects. Yes, this is the name of the class. What is it doing? Okay. Now again you create my creating objects. It is case sensitive. Okay. My obj equals, you put this one in the bracket, and what is the name, class name? Creating objects. Outside you go to my class dot new instance, and you can put system dot out print statement, and you can print that object, what is there in the object property. So in the object property is the my name. Yes. Now as we have a try, we have to have a catch. So you can see change type class in, it doesn't say. So after that bracket you can put catch statement ca. So you are in there, you are putting. So if it does not, it will throw an error, class not found exception. So whenever it does not find a class, you will see this class not found exception, and then you say e, it will print something. Either print text statement e dot print stack trace. Yeah, so it will print whenever there is an error. If it does not find, this is thrown. Okay. Yes. If you want to put multiple catch blocks, you can put it how? Again, you put catch statement, and there will be another errors. This will be instantiation error. These errors are the Java errors. Okay. If you want to know about this, whenever you get an error, you can Google it and it will find it. But if you Google it, Java errors, then it will throw these errors. E dot print stack trace. That's another catch statement. If you're passing illegal argument, you know when there is an error. Yes, illegal access exception. If you try to accept this one illegally, then this will throw an error. For that, you can say, and this e dot print means it does not do anything special. It just prints the statement. It throws an error. That's it. Okay. So now there is no more error. Can you see? Hold on. If you print it,
Yeah.
what it will print? Class not creating objects. Yes. So you can say class not found exception E has been thrown. So if it finds a class, this class is there, then it will not throw an error. Yes, this is the way of creating an instance uh, object by an instance variable. Now create a clone a method. You want to clone a method, yes? You have one or two methods in there and you want to clone it, and those methods you want to object it. Yes? So let's do it. In here exactly the same thing, but in this you need to have two classes. Yes?
Brijesh, are we going to cover again this try, catch, throw things?
Yes. It's a totally dedicated class for that.
Okay.
Okay?
So for this catch, after this catch and catch, do we write any default statement or anything?
This is this default. It so what is, let me delete this all stuff. Okay? You don't need this thing. You have this one, exception E. Just put exception E only, okay? XE. You have only this thing. So they are saying do this. If you can't do this, do this. It is kind of if statement, but they are asking. We will normally say that do perform some activities on a specific product. And if you can't perform this activity on a specific product, what you do? Do this. So you will actually do try and catch block for literally everything. As for example, you say go and click on this button. Yes. Go and enter something on this uh, text box. Yes. Understood? If you can't find this text box, what it will do? If you can't find, then what happens? It will throw an error, can't find it. So this is what do. If this is similar to if statement, but you are using, so you can say this is particular thing working on no. Yes. Any other question? But I will take one dedicated class for this one.
Okay.
Okay, let's go to the clone method. Yes, number 3 is clone method. Whenever clone is called on any object, the Java virtual machine actually creates an object and copies all content of the previous object into it. Creating an object using the clone method does not invoke any constructor. So if you have any constructor in the class, it does not. To use clone method on an object, we need to implement clonable and define the clone method. Yes. So let's do one class and name it my clone class. Yes. And we are going to use this method. So I'm creating a new class named my clone. Okay. My clone method. So this is your class name, my clone method. In this, You want to implement something, so what you do normally when you implement, this is called uh, oops concepts. Okay, and we have started implement. So you have two classes. This is your main class and you have the subclass. So you implement call this particular class like in implement or interfaces. Yes. So let me tell you exactly what concept it would be. Inheritance. Okay, inheritance and encapsulation, we will cover this everything, and when you do it, this will be good learning process for you, because these are all same thing. Yes, and we are covering one by one everything. So let's do it. So implements clonable, clona. Yes, so normally when you do it, I have done public class my clone method implements clone. Yes, I don't need to put clone. I can put any my dog. Yes, but it should be there. See, the type my dog cannot be super interface. My clone method super interface must be an interface. So what you need to do, if you want to create an interface, you create interface and say my test. Yes. So you have something my test and say system. You need to have a method in that. Okay, public void my test, and it's a system.out.println and say my test. Yes, you have done it in here. What it says, change my test to default. Yes, now you want to call this class my test in here, not in here. Don't save in here. Yes, so what you do, my test. Can you see? So if you create an interface, you will be able to call it like this. But here we have not done it like that. What we have directly put it, clonable. Yes, when I put my dog, or if I put my clone method, say it throws an error. My clone method, it throws an error. Yes,
Yeah.
because it is not an interface. But when I put clonable, it does not throw any error. Why? I do not have any class or interface name clonable, but when I implement it, there is no error. Can you tell me why? Just think.
Because clone meaning is that, right?
What? Can you repeat? I didn't hear you properly.
I don't know because I thought like clone is the meaning is like it's going to,
Copy.
uh, yeah,
Clone is copy. That means simple way to understand is to copy. But
yes,
when I put my dog, it throw an error. Then I change an interface as my test, it did not throw an error. In my project in here, there is no interface or class name clonable, and still there is no error. Why? I'm asking that. I show you. Okay. This is how. So if you open this, okay, they are all classes. Where it will be, I don't know. The correct answer is I don't know. But mm, compiler, let me open this one. So it has got multiple objects. Can you see?
yeah,
In this, you have so many classes. Can you see? Public class completions. Yes. So in one of these library, you have attached there will be a class named means interface name clonable. Understood? This is a predefined interface or predefined class.
Yeah.
Agree? Understood?
Yeah.
Okay, let's clone something. In here, I will create an object named my clone or just a clone. Yes, this is a method object. As it is not a void method, it is an object, it needs return statement. So it needs return statement, right? Return super dot clone. It will clone this method. Yes. So now as it has a clone method, what it says that it has to have a throw declaration. Yes. If it does not able to, then it should be so say that add throws declaration. It will automatically generate throws clone not supported exception. If it does not support clone, it will throw this exception. Let's create string my name Brijesh. Yes. In this, we will create a main method in this class public static void main string and passing the arguments. Now what we will do? We are creating an object of this class. So what we'll do? We'll create an object. So how we will create? My clone method my object yes equals new my clone method. Yes, this is how you create an object. In this we are going to call another way. So let's put try statement and catch. In catch, this is the syntax. So whenever catch it says that you need to have something finally complete statement. So what you do? In here you put this clone not supported exception. Copy it. E. Yes. And after that you print something. E dot print stack trace. Yes. So it is saying remove catch clause unreachable code. It is not reaching it out. Don't worry. We will sort it out. So in the try block statement you say my clone method my object 2 equals new. No, we will not use, we will use clone method. So you say my clone method. Yes, outside you are calling your previous method. What is previous? My obje dot clone. So it will clone this and generates this report. So it's a system.out.println. You are just printing your next object. Yes, my obje2. So it will print my name. Yes. So now there is no error. Can you see? If you execute this statement, what will happen? It will print Brijesh. Yes.
Yeah.
Is it enough for today?
Yeah.
So
Can you just explain this one once again, please?
so there are three ways of creating an object. One is with a new keyword. There is another way, and this is the third way. In this, you can create use a clone method. So it is a predefined method produced in Java. You can use it to clone the whole class or method. So what we did in here, we have this class
Mm-hmm.
we are implementing because this method is in the clonable
Yeah.
class. So we have this class, we have created an object of this class using the new keyword. And now we want to create another object of the same class, but we have to use another way. So what we did, created another object, but in this what we did, we use method one. So we put the class name inside and put method one. Yes, the means first dot clone. So whatever object we have created, it will copy it in here in the next object. Yes,
Yeah.
in this case you have to have the two ways. First way should be there, and then you can copy it, otherwise you won't copy it. And then you are printing. So in this we have what we have done, we are printing this statement. So again we are cloning, and this is how we printed it. Yes, any other question?
Yeah. Why do we need to use this complicated method, which is?
It is just in the class, that's why I'm covering. You don't need to use it. You can just
Oh,
concentrate on the first one.
yeah.
Okay, you don't need to
Yeah.
worry about anything. That's it. Okay, then what I will
Okay.
do, I will put in the notepad and send you as well and upload this video. Okay,
Yeah. Thank you.
there are 5 ways, more than 5 ways. I will cover 5 ways, but you use the first one only. Okay, using the new keyword. That's
Yeah.
it. We don't need to know more complicated. It is the
Yeah.
developer's task, not the
Okay.
testers. Yes. Okay, then bye.
Thanks.